The third step in the escrow process is to schedule your home inspection and get your appraisal ordered. The first of those two, the home inspection, will be a general inspection. It means the inspector is going to look at everything from the foundation to the roof, plumbing, the electrical, and everything in between. They're going to give you an exhaustive report telling you all the good things, but also the bad things that they learn about the home. These reports are always quite lengthy and detailed, with plenty of photos and informative arrows pointing at things they found. They're also going to be just simply informative. Like they'll tell you things about the home, for example, where your gas shutoff is or where your water shutoff is, or if you have some flood or other issue, you can know what to do in this new house of yours. It's a great starting point because if the general home inspector says, hey, we've got an issue, with the roof, for example, I think there's some evidence that maybe there was some leaking at some point in recent history, but it could be okay, I'm not quite sure. Well, that could trigger a secondary inspection, in which case we'd want to go out and have a roofer take a look at it and tell us if we truly have issues, or if maybe this staining was from some period before a new roof was put on and it's not a problem at all. So the home inspection is a great place to start. They're going to give us a solid foundation of understanding of what's going on with the home, and if need be, we could end up ordering a secondary inspection. I also want to take a moment and just comment on the inspection in general and the purpose of the home inspection. It's really here so that we have eyes wide open going into purchase of a new home. Our job is not to basically throw the whole report at the seller and say, fix it all, because every single home is sold as is. That being said, negotiations are definitely on the table, but what we're going to be looking for are things that are simply too expensive to take on and were really unforeseen when writing the offer in the first place, or things that are going to hurt you in some way. If they're going to cut you or trip you or electrocute you or make you fall or slip. If there's issues that could be health and safety, or issues that are so expensive that it would make you rethink buying the home in general, then we're going to go ahead and use this home inspection report to do some negotiating on your behalf. But a seller is not obligated to bring a home that was built last year or 60 years ago up to current code. They're also not expected to make any cosmetic issues or changes either. This is really health and safety issues and really expensive repairs that we didn't expect. The second thing I mentioned in the beginning of this video is the appraisal. Now, the purpose of this appraisal is to have an independent third party confirm for the lender the agreed upon purchase price that you and the seller settled on, right? And this appraisal is actually not really for you. It's actually for the lender, because they're the one putting out a loan using this home as collateral, and they want to make sure that that collateral is worth all they think it is. So it's kind of more for the lender than it is for you, but it is required whenever you get a mortgage. So we have to get it now and we have to get it quickly. So what happens if the appraisal doesn't just come in exactly at our figure? What if it's high or if it's low? Well, if it's high, we can just high five, because that's great news and there's really nothing that happens. And in a lot of cases, the seller doesn't even know about it. If it's low, now that's a little bit of a different story, because the lender will only give you a loan on the lesser of the agreed upon purchase price or that appraised value. If it's low, it could trigger a renegotiation on our behalf depending on the size of your down payment. It could be insignificant in some cases, but in most cases, we need to either go back to the seller and talk to them about lowering that price, or they may come to us and say, I don't care. We need you to make up the difference with cash out of pocket. Or in some cases, a low appraisal actually results in a canceled transaction because we couldn't come to see eye to eye on how to resolve it. Usually that's not the case, and that's what we're here for, is to keep things together, moving forward, and marching towards close of escrow for you. In the end, just about everything in real estate is a negotiation, and we're here to support you in your goals with whatever we learn throughout this transaction and move through it as seamlessly as possible. So that's our step 3, the home inspection and the appraisal, and we're moving right along.